teams in the NBA Finals series in their history.
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight finals wins. Down low, Jokic. Can't connect from inside. To Young. Levine. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Short jumper off the mark. Murray with the basketball. Down 4 to Porter. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot to Jokic. Shot from the lane won't go. Levine to Collison. Rebound taken in by the Nuggets. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Young to Zach Levine. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. For 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Chicago basketball to Markkanen. Probing the defense. And he finishes at the rim.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter with the Bulls in front. On to the second quarter. Jay, I don't know if we're going to see quite that level of offensive production that we saw to start this one.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Nuggets have the possession. To Will Barton. Here comes the screen. To Will Barton. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Barton. 4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Murray with it. Margins 8. To Will Barton. Down to Grant. Can't connect from in close.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 40 into the game for the Chicago Bulls. Number 99.
Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Murray into the front court, trailing by 10. Barton. Laurie Markkinen tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Rises for the slam.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Bulls with the basketball. Done. Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Laurie Markkinen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his backup role. What position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter, their first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
To Will Barton. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Done. Lays it up and in.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Fires the 3. Good contest. Barton misses. To Markkinen. Nice pass to get things going.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Now a whistle. Timeout for Denver, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Substitutions, Chicago.
Jokic. Here's a chance from long range. Can't get the bounce. To Levine. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Jokic. Cruises inside for two.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To Zach Levine. Knocked loose. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. This will stay with the Bulls. Substitution being made in this one. To Levine. Beyond the arc for three. Off the mark. No good. Nikola Jokic rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Chicago with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. Thaddeus Young. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Ah, the monster stuff.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
To Zach Levine. To Young. He gets it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Martin into the front court. Down 12. Oh, he had him there for a second. Thaddeus Young able to recover with the block. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Subbing in for the Denver Nuggets, number 1.
Barton. Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Zach Levine doing what he does best.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
To Millsap. That's no good. To Levine. Zach Levine. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach Levine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Levine. And that one out of bounds off a nugget. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Young. From the painted area, won't go down. Tough make through traffic.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Collison. Not that time. To Jokic. The Bulls clear the rebound. To Zach LaVine. Collison. To LaVine. Nikola Jokic sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Nuggets with the basketball. Barton to Millsap. Probing the defense. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Collison. Young. Pass stolen by the Nuggets. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Young. The pass set it all up.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Martin into the front court. They find themselves down 10. To Jokic. Good look that time, but off the mark. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Denver ball right now. Jokic to Will Barton. Millsap. They go to Jokic. Down low. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Deep three at the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. That's the end of the quarter. Nice cushion for the Bulls.
The Bulls are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. It was their playmaking.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he... And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us. And see you again after the game.
Into the front court comes Collison. His guys leading by 14. Easy path to the rim.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Jokic. Jay, 46 wins, not good enough for Denver.
They could have been a playoff team if Paul Millsap didn't miss a huge chunk of the season. But I will say this about the Nuggets. They have the most underrated backcourt in the NBA when you think about Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. Both guards that can do it off the dribble and are both great leaders.
Young. To Zach LaVine. Here comes the screen. LaVine. Pass there, taken away by Denver. Deep right corner. To Jokic. Scores from the post.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Collison. all by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here comes the screen. Jokic to Porter. Fires the three. Not that time. He missed it. To Levine. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he buries it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Zach Levine. Here comes the screen. Levine. And that one is out. It's Denver's ball. Nothing going here on that drive. To Porter. Five to shoot. To Porter. Has a look. And 2 points to the board.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Jokic. Has a chance. Shot for Jokic. No good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Darren Collison at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Murray into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It remains Nuggets basketball. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Knocks it down from mid-range.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Murray with the basketball. His guys down big. Nothing going here on that drive. To Porter. Michael Porter Jr. above the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Millsap. Porter. Down low, Jokic. To Porter. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Levine sacrificing everything for the loose ball. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Levine. And the basket good at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Millsap. Won't go down. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Levine. To Markkanen. Levine.
Double team. Here we go.
From long range. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Murray with it. The deficit now up to 12. Porter to Will Barton. Denver with 4 to shoot. Jamal Murray. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Martin into the front court. Down 12. Cashes in for 2.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To Zach Levine.
Come in.
Count it. Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game for the Chicago Bulls. Number
Barton
13.
to Porter.
Man, I know you see this.
Gets to the basket and scores.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Bulls have it. To Levine. Has a look. And he drains it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Barton has a chance. Rebound comes to Chicago. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Baseline drive. Doesn't get the bounce. Levine gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Will Barton snatching it out of the air. Jeremy Grant, huge block. That's out of bounds off a Bull. Long heave from three-quarters court. That ends the third quarter. It has been all Bulls. It's the Nuggets with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And, Jay, they have got to get something going quick. They have not looked good at all through three quarters.
Well, here's the problem. Guys are out here a little bit lethargic, a little bit lackadaisical, and sometimes great teams think they can just turn the light switch on whenever they want. That's not the way great teams need to operate to win championships. That light needs to stay on all the time.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Bulls with the rock. Collison sizing up Jeremy Grant. Nothing going here on that drive. Spinning shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
That's at a
From the start, let's do it. Substitutions. Entering the game for Chicago.
Collison into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine doing what he does best. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Martin into the front court. Down a bundle. To Porter. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Match up, match up, match up.
Goes to the right side.
Watch cut.
Levine to Wendell Carter. And he hits.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Nuggets have the possession. To Porter. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. To Levine. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Zach LaVine trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Barton into the front court. He'll run the offense. Down to 5 on the 24. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Into the front court comes Collison. His guys hold a commanding lead. Denver's got it. To Porter. The drive. Right to the basket. Shot from in close. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
I got you.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Has a look. Shot by Plumlee, no good. It goes down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Porter to Will Barton. For three, hits it, and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
You can count that one. 4-point play. To Markkanen. To Zach LaVine. 4-3. Good for 3.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Lauri Markkanen sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Box out.
And a put-back slam.
Ooh, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Barton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Porter. Missed it. How'd that not go down? And scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close. The Bulls take this one as they cruise.